We have to go to the comment. Hi, thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for choosing to spend your time with us. I'm supposed to talk tonight about AB5 and the budget. There was open session down to the legislative today or this week, and Kevin Kiley gave a passionate speech about how destructive AB5 was and is, but I figured he missed a couple of perspectives, and I was going to sit and talk about that. And in that same legislative session, a bunch of legislators were talking about the budget, and essentially it was a lineup of people going, "You can't cut my pet project," or my particular priority. They don't seem to realize that we have a $54 billion budget deficit, and that we get to pick 5 priorities, and everything else is going to get cut. And they don't seem to want to accept that we're going to have to make difficult choices. And I was going to talk about that. But the reality is my head can't quite get into that headspace. Recent events, we have riots and civil unrest across the country, and it's a bit personal. I have a son in Minneapolis, and he's within walking distance of the troubled area, shall we say. Everything's safe. He's all safe. He's smart. He's able to take care of himself. But, parents' worry still exists. You can't get rid of that. And at the same time, as small and as little chance we may have, I'm in a position to try and actually do something about it. And if you saw our Tuesday night's live stream, or the recording of Tuesday night's live stream with the fixed audio, it'd be better to go back and watch that. It's 4 minutes. It only takes a minute. And you can understand that we're trying. We have an idea. We are working behind the scenes to try and turn that into something. But we're a small team. How much can we really do? We need help. Not political help. We need help from, the populace. But how do we accomplish that? So you feel 1,500 miles away, we feel inadequate, both as a parent and as a politician, because you seem to be punching in the dark. You see this problem and you see a potential solution. You don't know if it can actually go anywhere. You don't really know if it's going to do a work, but it's something. It's a try. For my libertarian friends, I talked about putting the unions at the forefront of this. Let's think about it this way. Many of my libertarian friends like to talk about a privatized police force. They think that's the solution. It's never going to happen. But you can use the same concept with unions. Unions can compete over who has the tougher standards, who has the better police forces, who has the better training, who has the better internal affairs, who deals with police abuse better. Right? These unions can actually compete over that from a libertarian perspective. Right? From the left-wing perspective, unions are the workers taking care of themselves, looking after their own, protecting the reputation of their fellow police officers. The unions can play a role in this. Not only can they should. They are in a unique position. But yet, we can only do so much. We don't have essentially endless resources like other politicians do. So you feel kind of small, feel kind of helpless. And like I've always said, I will sit down and I will have real conversations with you. I'm not going to hide anything from anybody, because that's what we actually need. Right? We're tired of the politicians going up there and saying lots of nice words, and then it means nothing at the end. People are tired of it. You want to know why people burn down their own neighborhoods? Because it's the only power they have. You're sitting there going, what makes sense? Burning down an AutoZone, or riding around a Target, What sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense. Get that through your head. If a lot of people are acting in ways that don't make sense, something is freaking wrong. You don't blame them for it. You blame the people who created the situations that's wrong and have left it there for decades. These are people who are powerless. They don't have money. They don't have resources. They don't have political power. All they have left is lawlessness. All they want to do is be heard. Their friends and family are dying in the streets, and we're complaining about a freaking AutoZone burning down. Yeah, for the poor guy who owns the AutoZone, it's awful. But he has insurance. He can get help from the government. What are these poor people going to do? They've turned to their government and they've turned their backs on them. They shot him with tear gas and rubber bullets. And you wonder why they're acting out violently? I wonder how the hell he took it so damn long. And yet here I sit, feeling powerless. Because theoretically, I'm in a position to do something. Theoretically. Our politics needs to change. Our policing needs to change. And maybe I'm not the right person to do it, but I'm the one standing here. So we're going to try. We're going to try to make the world better. We're going to try to understand. We're going to try to work together. And we're going to try to ask those who should be held accountable, be held accountable. And we're going to ask those who are in position to actually do something quickly, to do something quickly. Because if they don't, reactionaries will get in charge. And once reactionaries get in charge, it will be the sword of Damocles will come down, and no one of us were going to like that. Revolutions hurt people. They are destructive to both cultures and economies. But worst of all, they're destructive to humans. So we have no choice but to change. Otherwise, a revolution will come. And we don't know how that will turn out. So let's please avoid it. And I don't know how to end this one tonight because, quite frankly, I'm not sure how I got here. It's just me being honest, me trying to figure out where the hell we're going. But I can ask you to do me a favor. Think. Think about people who are so desperate that they're willing to destroy their own neighborhoods to be heard. Put yourself in their shoes. How desperate do you have to be to destroy your own neighborhood? Thank you. Good night.